Sure. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So yes, hello everyone. So till now we have had sessions on Flutter, right? This is the last session on Flutter we are conducting over today on the Flutter festival, right? So till now we had separate sessions about the state management, material UI, okay, the Firebase, how how Flutter works. We had introduction session, but today is the session which will be including all of that things, right? So today we have with us Khushbu Thakkar. Yeah, she is a senior Android and Flutter developer at Hyperlink Infosystems, and she will be guiding us that how to make Flutter app and a Flutter project from scratch, and which includes all the things together. Right, we will bundle up the previous concepts and we will have a grip on our new concept, right? So I'll request Khushbu ma'am to start with the session.
Thank you, Parth, for the introduction. Okay, so my today's topic is Flutter UI design and navigation 101. So, how many of you are aware about the today's topic? Like, I want some interaction session. Today's session is interaction. So, can you please unmute yourself and answer me if you are comfortable with?
Yeah,
So, how many of you are aware about the topics? Today's topic.
yeah. So we have had topics on like I personally have experience on different like things of Flutter, like how it works, but any app that like completely that covers all the topic like from the scratch, which has all the stage management things, which has a good UI. Okay, because like till now what I was doing that I'll copy components from over here and that, and then try to test and integrate it with the backend services which I have developed. So like I have this kind of experience.
Okay, and any one of you other?
Yes, I've actually designed some UIs in Flutter and I have used navigation. Actually, I've used the default navigation, the navigator that Flutter provides.
Okay, okay,
I used Go Router for navigation, and I
okay,
also tried the CATX routing. Yes, so these three things I've tried in Flutter.
Actually,
okay.
the
Anyone
UI
else?
in Flutter is yes, it is based on widgets. It is a widget based.
Okay. So let me start first my brief introduction about myself. Okay, so my name is Khushbu Thakkar. Okay, and I am working as a senior Android and Flutter developer at Hyperlink Infosystem, and having a 6+ year experience in this IT field. Right. Also, I am the currently I am part of WDA Academy in a 2023 batch. Also, I have taken a session in a Flutterista conference in a 2021. Also, I am a mentor at Internship 1.0 and 2.0. This group is very helpful for the girls college student, which help with they are providing the mentorship in the latest technologies, which is available in the markets. Okay, so first of all, for the designing in the Flutter, you all are aware about the widgets and the stateless and stateful widgets, right? As per your previous sessions, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I am considering this session with that knowing that if most of the people are aware about the widgets and its state management things, right? So I will go with the same flow. So in Flutter, these are the main three big mechanism to design the UI in a Flutter. Like first mechanism is that how Flutter's layout work, how we can build the layouts in a Flutter, right? And how we can put our widgets in the our layout, like how we can put our widgets in horizontally or vertically, and how we will build our main UI design in a, with the help of provided widgets in a widgets catalog, right? So as you know that in Flutter, everything and everything is a widget, like including the layouts, including the pages, and including the routings. Everything are widgets. So let's start with the UI designing step by steps. Like first of all, we have to know the widgets part, right? Like what is the widgets, and how we can build the widgets, how many interactive widgets are available to design the app. Also, one of the point is how we can uh, design the UI with the help of user interaction, with the gesture, with the images, and all the things. Also, we will cover one point, like if we have multiple datas in the UI, like in for example listing bunch of the datas, then how we can represent that datas in the UI, right? So this is the diagram to design the layout. Like first, what you have to do, that if you have a simple design, right? Like simple login form, if you have a simple login form, like, so how you will design one by one step with that design, right? So you have to break that layout in a different part. Like you have to identify that how you will use the row, how we will use a column, how you, if you have a, multiple datas in the design, then how you will break down each and every datas in the layout. So if you have to observe that you have overlapping elements, then how you will integrate that overlapping elements in the UI, right? uh, Also, does your UI need a tab? Does your UI need multiple pages in the screen? So all that things you have to observe in the provided design, right? So first, if you think, if you have um, sorry, so first, if you have a login screen, like in every application you are able to see the login screen, right? So in that screen, most probably we have a background image setted in the UI. After that, you can identify that there is a user input field, like user input field, like email address and password you have to input, right? After that, you have to add one button to when user interact with that button, you have to navigate one screen to another screen, like. So you have to identify each and every element of the screen, that how you will adjust the things with the help of row and column, and different type of widgets. So as you know that main for if you are planning to build the UI for the mobile application, you have to identify that if your user base application user base is marketplace, there are more user are using iOS phone or Android phone, right? You have to identify that part of the users. If your most of the market users are um, iOS developers, then you have to provide that type of interaction which is provided in iOS devices. Like for that, Flutter is providing a Cupertino styles for the iOS, and for the Android devices, they are providing a material design, which is used for the Android applications, right? So uh, as you all know that widgets are stateless or stateful, right? So you have to identify that which widget we have to put as an input user interactive with the stateful widgets, and which widget which not required user interaction or not required any input from the user side. So we have to add that widget as a stateless widget. So So one more point is that if you required a user input from the you required user input in the application, then there are multiple options are available to add as per the requirement of our application, like our application or our design. For example, if you have a single choice features, right? So you have a radio buttons, and if you have a multiple choice of the a selection in the application, then you have a checkbox. Also, if you have a slider, we have a page view controller as well as a slider as well, right? If you have a gesture interaction, if you want to add interaction part in the any button or any text, right? So we have a gesture events, so you can add that events, add that widget in the overlapping that widget, and you can use that gesture effects in your uh, design. So you all know that widgets such as the row, column, and grid are layout widgets. So these are a basic of the widgets. Like each and every application, you have this row, column, and grid related widgets in your application. These are the main key points of the designing part, right? Without that, you can't manage your multiple widgets in a single screens. So they are not visible as they are not visible to the in the UI. Like if you add a row and column, like they are not visible in the screens, but they are arranging your different widgets. Like if you have a text view, if you have a buttons in the design, right? So you have to bind that widget with the help of row and column. You can positioning that widgets with the help of row and column. Okay. So for interactive widgets, for the user interaction interactive widgets, we have Flutter is providing the stateful widgets, which are a checkbox, radio, slider, inkwell, form, text field, etc. Right? So that are the widget which required user interaction. So most of the application, you have a sign up form, you have a bank detail form, and that type of form. So in that forms, you require user input from to where user can input their information, and we can navigate that information to our application, right? So that are that widgets are called as a interactive widgets. uh, as I said, these are the standard widgets like container. uh, Container is also not able to view as container is also the widget which is mostly used to adjust your small widgets in a single effective way. Like if you use a container, right, and if you add any child in that container, and you want to add background, you can add padding, margin, border, and all the things, decorative things in a container, right? If you have a multiple datas and you want to show that datas with the list of in a list way, right? We have a list view widget. uh, Also, if you want to show your data in a tabular way, then we have a grid view. Okay. If you have if in your design you have a overlapping widgets, then we have a stack widgets which used for overlapping widgets in the UI design, right? So let's start designing of the app. um, so for designing if the for the design of the app, we mostly need a form and uh, uh, gesture widget, like to make our application super interactive. Like if we add a gesture event, like in current our meetup, right? In our meetup, right, you have a mute, unmute, buttons. You have a camera on off button, hands on button, right? Also, in that all that button, you can see the gesture events are added, so user can feel that events, and they are able to input their uh, interaction with that widgets, right? So also for make UI, we have a image for make better UI in the application. We we have to use all that widgets in our application, like uh, uh, for user interaction, we have to show the onboarding process of the in the application, right? We are in every application, you can see that there are onboarding pages where user can identify what is the concept of the application. So in every application, there are effective user interaction, effective view will be visible with the help of the images, right? You can load the image from the network, you can load the image from the assets. Okay, so as I informed before that uh, if we have multiple data, then how we can design our data in a single screen, right? Can we add single list, like uh, to load all the data, or we have another option? Anyone know about that? Hello. Hello. You can unmute yourself. If anyone know about that, how we can load multiple datas.
We can use builders.
And is that the right way to load all the data at the same time, or we have any other options?
No, I think we can do lazy loading.
I think Manav, you are not audible.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, Manav, I think Khushbu ma'am might be having some problem.
Hello.
Yeah, we can
I'm
hear you. Can you
Hello.
hear us?
Yes.
yes. Uh,
Okay.
okay. So we have a two approach for the show multiple data in a list. Like one way is to show the list with all the data we can load at the same time, and another option is that if we have a multiple data, like we if we have data which is coming from the server and all that things, right? So we can't show each and every data at the same time. We have to load based on the user scrollings, like user scrolling down, we have to load another data to show the data in the layout, right? So for that we have a list view builder which we can use for show multiple datas with the lazy rendering approach, right? I'm audible, right?
Yes. Yes, you're audible. Hello. I think there's an issue with
Hello.
your earphones, maybe.
Hello. Is I'm audible or not?
Yep, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. So here is one example of the profile picture of the WhatsApp. You can see that we have a multiple widgets in the screen, right? So what we have to do, as I explained previously, we have to break this layout in different way, like where we can use a row, where we can use a column to put multiple widgets, multiple childs in a alignment or in a proper position, right? So you can see the difference. I have mentioned, I have outlined the widget, different widgets in the next second picture. So first, in this picture you can see there is a one back button, right, where we can use image view, right, to show the back button, or we can use button to because this button is used for the user interaction, right, to go back to the previous screen. There is one label like profile. It's called um, label text in the Flutter text widget, right? Another is overlapping widgets, like two images are there, one with the profile picture of mine, okay, and another is a camera button, right, camera image. Like you can see there is there we can use a stack widget, right, to overlap with two widgets. In bottom you can see that there is a multiple text widgets are used, like for show the icon, edit icon, and show the uh, user icon. There is one two images already included, okay. So we have to identify that where we can use column, where we can use um, row, right, where we can use stack is in this layout. Do we require a list view? Anyone know about that? Do we require list view widget in this screen?
Yes, we require.
Okay, where we can use list view?
Right, it has many details, so we need to scroll. We can scroll down. You can simply scroll down and view other details.
Okay. Um, yeah, if we have multiple details in this screen, like currently I am showing the upper part of the screen, right? So in that screen, we do not require the list. But if we have a multiple data inside in below of this image, right? We can use a list view to show that multiple datas in screen, right? But in simple current upper part of this screen, we have to identify, we have to break this layout, like in where we can use column, like in the first part, in bottom part, like name and image, edit icon, all the things we required column and row widgets. We can easily modify this design. We can easily implement this design with the row and column, right? So um, you can see um, these are the easy step to design the UI. Like we have to manage. We have to identify that how, where we have to imagine the layout, like where we can use the um, column, where we have to use the row, where we have to add the gesture event. For example, in this screen we have to add gesture event in a three section, like in a back button, in the profile camera icon, and in the edit section. We in these options we have to add gesture event, like user, when user tap on the back button, we have to navigate screen to the back screen, previous screen, right? When user click on the camera, we have to open any where user can pick the camera and click the image, right? In the edit section, we have to we user able to edit the name of the profile, right? So in this three section we have to add gesture events. For that we that Flutter is providing the gesture widget. Okay, as I uh, already informed that everything and every widgets, every design used as a widgets, right? So let's move to the navigation between the screens. uh, in currently you can see there are multiple ways to navigate the screen, like So we have a navigator 1, we have a navigator 2. When Flutter is improving day by day, we have a currently getx as well to navigate the pages. Okay, but the simple way, if you have to decide which navigation method you have to use in your application based on the requirement of the application. If your application is only dependent on the mobile platform like Android and iOS, then you can use simple navigation with the help of default navigator, right? With the navigation navigator 1.0. If your application is supporting the web-based application, desktop type of application, then you can move to the navigator 2.0, right? They are it is a totally different thing. Like navigator 1 and navigator 2 both are a different method to route with the pages. And there are many other scenarios are there to move data from one screen to another screen, right? So there are multiple options are available. Currently we have a one plugin as well, like auto route as a auto route, right? You can use that plugin as well if you want uh, uh, navigation with the help of plugin, right? But currently in this session we will implement navigation one, because currently we are focusing on the basics of the applications, right? So as you know that in each and every application we have a multiple screens. So for multiple screens, right, we have to user able to interact from one screen to another screen, and they are able to back to the previous screen, right? So for this type of navigation related operations, Flutter providing a navigator, which is a default navigator 1.0, right? So what is a navigator? It is a widget. As I informed, everything is a widget. Like pages, if we called pages, like to uh, prepare our UI, pages are also stateful and stateless widgets. Okay, so what is a navigator? Navigator is a widget which manage the stack of the roots object like pages. Okay, it's manage the uh, our pages in a stack methods, right? So and what is a root? It is object managed by navigator, okay, that represent the screen, right? It's typically implemented as a class like a material page root. Okay, so mainly navigator is used to uh, uh, manage our stack of the screens, right? If we um, open multiple screen one by one, then navigator is maintaining the stack of the this all the have a track of these all these screens, previous screens, right? So this is called navigator. For example, we have a simple application like material app. We have one and two pages, right, in the application. So all these pages, if we open currently one pages, right, and move to the second page, right? So what navigator will be do, like page one will be added into the stack, right? So user back to the previous page 2 to 1. Okay, so navigator will be pop the navigator will be show the page from the stack, right? So here is a simple way to navigate the screen, right? Like for example, you have a two screen, you have to create the two routes, right? Two pages in the with the help of widgets, right? Then you when you navigate from one screen to another screen, navigator dot push method will be used to navigate the screens. Okay, but if you want to back from the first second screen to first screen, you have a navigator dot pop method which will pop the screen from the stack where navigator has stored reference of the application, reference of the page. So Also, Navigator 1.0 is providing the name route as well. Let me show the example. Okay. Okay. So as you know that this is a main application. Okay. When you create any Flutter application, okay, there is a main method which is used as a default method as default method with which is used for the run our application. Okay. So in this screen we have a one screen which is called my home page, right? Okay, this is as I informed before that everything is a widget. Like if I create any page, there is a widget. Okay, I am extend that page with the help of stateful widget, right? I have created the state of this page as I have implemented a stateful widget. I have to override this method. Okay, so I have two pages. Okay, page 1 and page 2, right? So if I want to navigate from one page to second page, what I have to do that I have to just add this method like navigator dot post. Okay, I have to pass the context as is it is used for the reference of the stack. Okay, and what I have to pass, I have to create the material page route and just pass the name of the page, second page name, right? It is page page 2, right? So this is simple one method which is used for the navigation between the application between the pages. So if I open page 2 with the help of this, right? If I want to go back to the previous screen, what I have to do, I have to just write the this is single line code like navigator dot off and provide the context and the pop method, right? I think something is okay. So these are the methods of navigator which is provided by navigator. Okay, like we have a simple push method, we have another like post name method where we can provide the name of the route, right? For that I will explain in after some time. Okay, we have a push replacement method where if we push the if we pass the page with the help of push. Okay, what stack will a navigator will be do, like first page is open. Okay, I push the another page, then it will be overlap the other page. Okay, uh, but what push replacement name method will be do if we use this method of the navigator to show the page. Okay, it will be replace the previous page and add the new page. Okay, you can see we have argument parameter in the method where we can provide the argument. Okay, which will help to pass the data between the pages. Like one, if we open the page from login page to the forget password or any sign up to the OTP screen, right? We have to pass the date some of the user date related data to the next page. then we have options to pass that data with the help of argument. Also, we can pass the pop the pop the uh, screen with the with the results, right? We have a method like result. We have a parameter with the result. We can pass that parameter with when we call the navigator pop method. Okay. So here is a one example like how you can pass the data with the help of argument parameter. Okay. As I told previously, we have already method. Also, we can pass the data directly to the constructor, right? For example, if you have a model class like to do, okay, in that class you have a multiple options like title and descriptions. Okay, so when you push the next screen, you can pass that model class directly, okay, to the constructor of the next page, and after in the next page you can get that data in the to use in the next screen. Okay, and how you can pass the return the data from second page to first page. You have a method navigator.pop. You can pass the result in that. This is a simple navigation in the app. Like for example, I have a simple food related application. Okay, so let's imagine how we can navigate these screens. For example, whenever we launch the application, we have to set the route, right? Route of the application, like display screen. Okay, then for after that display screen, there is a two option for the user, like user can log in directly, or user can create the account. If user have already a created account, then they can directly do the login and uh, reach to the home screen. Otherwise, they have to create the account of the application in the application, and then they are able to reach to the home page. Okay, so in this diagram you can see if a user already have an account and already have a logged in, okay, and launch the application, they can directly redirect to the home page after the display screen, right? So these are the simple authentication navigation flow which we required in each and every application. In a single application where required a login feature and authentication feature, this is a common flow which is used with the simple navigation pattern. Okay. In this screen, for example, you are opening Splash to the login page. You can just need to push the login page. Okay. With name of the login page in the push method. Okay. If a user wants to uh, go to the create account page, they have to we have to pass the create account page name in the navigator. If user want to back from the create account to the login screen, they have to just write we have to write just simple one method like navigator dot push pop method, right? So this is the simple navigation flow which we can easily implement in each and every application. And also this will require max to max 10 to 15 minutes to build this simple application, right? In the list, for example, if we already logged in the application, right? So what we have to do in the home page, we have a multiple, we already learned the list widget, right? If your data is just static data, like there is a not a multiple dynamic list, like we have a simple 10 data or 15 data, we can easily put that data in a simple list view, right? But if we have a dynamic data which is come from the server or APIs or database, right, we have to create list view with the builder, right? Because we have to load the data when users scroll. We can't load all the data at the same time because it will affect the application performance as well, right? So what we have to do, we have to use list view builder method when first data will be add into the list when user scroll down to the list. Okay, another data will be fetched and append to the list. Okay, so if we have multiple list items, okay, if we want to open the detail of the list item, we have to just click on the we have to add the gesture event in the list item and open the another widget which is called as a detail page of the list list item. Okay, so this is the simple uh, navigation flow which is used in this uh, restaurant related application. You can see there is a checkout page and card page, right? If user and um, add the any list item into the card, they can they direct we have to pass the data from list items screen to the card screen. Okay, then we have to pass the data from checkout screen, right? After that checkout, we have to go back to the list item. For that we have a navigator dot pop until method which we can use to skip any of these in between screens to reach out the result of our provided screen. Okay, everyone are bored?
No, no, not at all.
Too boring, right? So we can see the live demo. Everyone are interested or not? See the live demo.
Yes.
Okay, let's review WhatsApp UI demo. Okay, my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible. Yes, it's visible.
Okay, let's understand the simple navigation pattern with the help of name root. As I have explained, we can provide the name directly in the root item. Okay, and we can also navigate with the help of post named. So for currently we have learned navigator dot push method, right? This is the another example we can use as a navigation, like navigator dot push name method, right? So for that, what we have to do, if we have a multiple bunch of the screens in our application, we can just create this one root name class where we can define our navigation methods, right? Pages of the in our application. Okay, and we can just create the route for the uh, material page route, right? We can use the switch case to manage the multiple screen to navigate. Okay, one by one we can provide, if we provide the name of the route name like WhatsApp page, right? It will be execute this line and open this uh, WhatsApp UI page for the in the navigations, like. Okay, so this is a simple navigation demo. Like when I have created simple page, like when I click on this page, right? I have used simple navigator dot push method and I have passed page 2. Okay, now for go back, as I have explained, navigator dot pop method will be used to go back, right? But if I want to add a gesture event in another option, like, okay, Okay. So as you mostly all of are using the WhatsApp regular basis, right? So how we can uh, define the our WhatsApp design, and how we can uh, just a minute, how we can break our UI in a different parts to design our layout. For example, if we have in a WhatsApp, if you see in the left side, we have a text, right? Like name of the application. In the right of the corner, we have a three options like actions button, right? We have a actions button. Okay. In another widget is there which is used for if we have a multiple pages in a single page, right? We have a multiple uh, options to show the users, right? We have a tab view. Okay, so for that we have used tab bar. Okay, and in a tab bar we have append this multiple pages in a single, right? For like for example, you can see um, I have created simple layout with the help of scaffold. Okay, and in the top of the application, you can see name. We have left hand side. We have a name of the application, right? So for that, we have to just create the text. We have to add a app bar. In that, we have to provide the title with the help of a text widget. Okay, if we want to provide the background of the app bar, we have a property like background color. In that we can provide the colors. Okay, now in the right side of the application, you can see we have a three action button where user can tap and open the another multiple options um, with the help of actions, right? We have in app bar we have action options. In that we can add multiple image with the help of ink view. Okay, which is used for the gesture as well, right? Right. For image, we have multiple options to add the image. Like we can add the image from the network, we can add the image from the uh, assets folder, right? Also we can add the image as icon, which is used as property of the uh, uh, which is we can use image inside that widget, right? Also for the actions, we have a pop-up menu, right? We have this default pop-up menu button we can add, and in that we can define our pop-up menu multiple pop-up menu items with this type of like, right? If we want to add the pages in that, we can also define the pages based on the click gesture event. When we just tap on any of the options, we can navigate to the another screen with the help of navigator, right? Okay, so in after action bar we have a tab bar, right? In app bar we have a bottom option, sorry, in app bar we have a bottom option which is used for the tab bar, right? We can use as a tab bar for that bottom option. In tab bar we have a multiple tab. We can add like community. Currently we have a new feature in the WhatsApp, right? So we can add that option. We have a chat, we have a status tab, we have a call tab, right? So we can add as much want. If we want multiple options in that, we can add, right? So in tab we have to provide the child as child. We can use icon, we can use asset image, we can use network image for that. Here is a text view we have used to show the title only. For the image we have used icon. Okay, also we can define the text style with the help of text style widget. Okay, for the body, uh, bar is as you know that scaffold is the main part of main of the application, right? So in scaffold we have a bar option, we have a body option, right? For body we can add tab bar view, which is linked with the our upper top tab. So uh, in tab bar view we have a multiple option, we can create pages, or we can use we can create the pages, multiple pages, and add that pages with the as a fill as a children's. Okay, for the floating button we have a floating action button widget, we can add that button. Like as I said, in a chat tab we can use multiple data, like multiple list of the data. If we are loading at the same time, right? It will sometime, if we have a bunch of data like 200 record, 300 record, it is not a feasible way to load at the same time. So for that we can use list view builder, right, which is do the lazy loading based on the items, right? And we have to just create one simple different widget, and we can provide as an item builder. Okay, and in that item builder, which is used repetitively manner in the list view builder. So I have created separate widget for the chat item. Like you can see, this is a image. Okay, in a image we have a background like green background if we have a story or something like that, as per the WhatsApp picture. So for that we have provided simple background of the circular avatar widget, right? We have a provided network image from based on from the URL. Okay, for you can for build the row we have a used row widget. In that we in left hand side we have used the circular avatar. Okay, circle avatar, and then we have a two text view, right? So for that we have used text item. Also in the right side we have we have to show the timing of the uh, widgets, right? So for that we have used simple text view item as a column, right? So this is a simple UI we can create for any of the application. Like if we create this we have multiple different reusable widgets, we can create a separate file for that widgets, so that it will be contain the code separately for the widget, and we can just bind that widget with in our main page, right? So these are the way to create the simple UI with the help of different widgets. Okay, so so yeah, it's so right now I have completed my talk. Okay, so thank you everyone. Yeah, Parth is available. So that's it from my side.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a really nice session.
So do anyone have any doubt regarding the navigation pattern in the Flutter, or design related things, you can ask the questions.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, last time I was speaking, but there was problem with my mic. So yeah,
Okay, no worries. So
yeah,
yeah, anyone have any doubts regarding the any of the topics related to Flutter, they can ask.
yeah. So guys, any doubts? Are there any doubts?
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes,
In
Manav.
the
Yes.
Yes.
chat, the chat tile, why do we use the expanded? I had the question.
Okay, okay. Let me explain you. Uh, in the item widget, expanded, right? Uh, we have a two text widget, right? Like in a text widget, we have multiple lines of the. Uh, we can use multiple lines, right? In a single text. But if we have a multiple data in a single text, right, then we have to it will be overflow with the other widgets. So for that we have to provide the expanded widget is used, that it will be expand as much as possible uh, in the particular row or column, and also it will be expand till the another widget occupy their space, right? So in the column, you can say we have a two text view. Okay, also we have another column in the right side of the row, like so this both text will be expand till the right side of the text, right? So it will take full space in the in the row, okay, till the our last element we have added in the uh, particular row.
Okay, got it.
That's why we required expanded.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so anyone have another questions?
Yeah. So I think people are clear about that. So thank you, Khushbu ma'am, for this wonderful session and great insights about how to build our UI and how to design the UI for a better user experience. Yeah. So if you guys have doubt, you can contact me or Khushbu ma'am anytime. We'll share our handles in group itself. Right? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.